Good afternoon everybody. In this class I am explaining about the generators. Generators means a function with yield statements. Means whenever a function which contains the yield statement, then those functions are called as the generators. The main difference between the yield and return is whenever the return statement is executed, the return statement returns the value and stop the execution of the function. Means the function will be closed. But whenever the yield statement is executed, it will return the value element to the corresponding function. After that, again the function will be executed, and the remaining statement which are rendered inside the function after the yield, all the statements will be executed. Next come this one here. This is the syntax of the generator. Here we are using the keyword as def, means we are defining. Here fu underscore name stands for name of the function, and after that these are the list of parameters: parameter 1, parameter 2, and so on, parameter n. After that, next we are having the yield. Okay. By using this yield statement, we can transfer the value to the calling function. After sending the value to the calling function, the remaining statements will be executed. But here in this place, if I use the return statement, the value has been written and the function will be terminated. But whenever I use the yield here, the value has been transferred to the function, and after that again it will come back to the function. The remaining statements will be executed. Here whenever yield function is executed, it will generate the generator object. It will generate the generator object. To get the values from the generator object, we can use the next method, or we can use the for loop. By using the for loop or by using the next method, we can get the values from the generator object. Okay. This generator object has been written by our yield function, yield statement. Next, see this example here. Here I wrote one simple function, def fun1. Fun is nothing but function name. This function accepts the only one parameter. The parameter is the n. After that, yield n means it is returning the n value, and after that the n value has been incremented. After that, yield n, again the n value has been written here. Right, come to this code here, x comma y equals to fun1 of 5. Okay. Whenever there is a fun1, the control will be transferred to the fun1. After that, the value, here the value is the 5. The 5 is given to the n, means the n value becomes as 5. After that, yield n stands for the n value is 5. The 5 has been written here, means the x value becomes as 5. After that, n equals to n plus 1. The n value becomes as 6. After that, yield n stands for the n value is 6. The 6 has been written here, means the y value becomes as 6. After that, print x comma y. Print x comma y is nothing but I will get the answer as 5 space 6 is displayed on the monitor. Next come to the second example. Here I wrote one simple function here, def1. Fun stands for, it is the name of the function, and this function is expecting only one parameter n, and after that, while the condition is satisfied, this body will be executed. Here I wrote the f1 equals to fun of 3. Fun means the control will be transferred to the fun function, and after that the value has been transferred. Here the value is the 3. The n value becomes as 3. After that, while n is greater than 0, 3 is greater than 0, the condition is true. When the condition is true, the body will be executed. Yield n, the current n value is the 3. The 3 has been written here, means the f contains value as a 3. After that, n equals to n minus 1. The n value becomes as 2. After that, go to the condition. While n is greater than 0, 2 is greater than 0, the condition is again true. The body will be executed. Yield n, the n value is the 2. The 2 has been printed. After that, n equals to n minus 1. Now the n value becomes as 1. Okay. After that, while n is greater than 0, the n value becomes as 1. 1 is greater than 0. The condition is true. When a condition is true, the body will be executed. Yield n, the n value becomes as, means we are transferring the n value. We are transferring the n value 1. 1 has been transferred here. After that, n equals to n minus 1. The n value becomes as 0. Go to the condition. 0 is greater than 0. The condition is false. When a condition is false, outside of this while loop here, means here my f1 contains the data as 3 to 1. My f1 data is a 3 to 1. The f1 object contains the f1 is called as a generator object. This object contains the 3 values 3 to 1. Here now I am in this for loop here, for I in f1. Here my f1 data is the 3 to 1. First of all, the I takes the first value 3, means the I value becomes as 3. The body will be executed. Print the I value. The I value is 3. 3 is printed. After that, again go to sequence. The I value becomes as 2. It will take the next value. print the I value. What is the current I value? 2. The 2 has been printed. After that, again we are going to sequence. We are getting the next value. The I value becomes as 1. The body will be executed. Print the I value. The I value is 1. 1 has been printed. Means here we are getting the output as 3, 2, 1. Next, come to third example. Here also I wrote one simple example here. def fun. Fun is my function name. This function is actually only one parameter n. After that, here I am using the for loop here. Okay. Here I wrote the f1 equals to fun of 3. Fun means the control will be transferred to the function. After that, the value is a 3. Means the n value becomes as 3. For I in range of 1 comma n. Means here the range of 1 comma n stands for 1 comma 3. Okay. 1 comma 3 is nothing but the range function will generate values as 1 and 2. Means it gives the values as a 1 and 2 because of the if there is a value is n is there, or then we write the values as a n minus 1. Means here my n minus 1 begins with 2, 1 comma 2. After that, I takes the first value. The first value is a 1. Yield I means 1 has been written here. Means the f1 contains the value as the 1. After that, again we are going to this for loop here. I takes the next value. The next value is the 2. After that, the body will be executed. Yield I. The 2 has been transferred. It means the f1 contains the data as the 1 and 2. Okay. After that, print next of f1. By using the next also, we can access the values from this object. Next f1 is nothing but I am getting the value as the 1 here. After that, again I wrote the print next f1. Means again I am getting the value as the next value. The next value is the 2. For example, instead of writing this yield here, if I wrote the return I, okay. If I wrote the return I, in this place, the f1 contains gets the value as the only 1 only. Okay. Why? Because once the return statement is executed, the control will be returned to the calling function and it will stop the termination of the corresponding program. But whenever there is a yield function, it will return the value and again reback to the function. It will execute the remaining code here.